You held me back when I tried to move on from your life. So you stole my life for clarity. So hold me back, now you're here. Cause I'm mad, show no fear. Wanna let you know just how it felt. Oh no, 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 no. Don't you think we could? There's a way we could be. No, oh no, 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 no. I know the way you look at me, I know it too well. Now I'm bulletproof. You might find you're gone, but I'm flying high. I'm bulletproof. Don't ever touch the ground. You can never bring me down. You can never bring me down. Can never bring me down. Cause I'm bulletproof. Yeah, I'm bulletproof. We've been up, we've been down, trying to figure things out. End up losing myself in it. But I'm done being dumb. Gotta end it all now. I won't ever turn around again. Oh no, 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 no. Don't you think we could? There's a way we could be. No, oh no, 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 no. I know the way you look at me, I know it too well. Now I'm bulletproof. You might find you're gone, but I'm flying high. I'm bulletproof. Don't ever touch the ground. You can never bring me down. You can never bring me down. Can never bring me down. Cause I'm bulletproof. Cause I'm bulletproof. Cause I'm bulletproof. Yeah, I'm bulletproof. You might find you're gone, but I'm flying high. I'm bulletproof. Don't ever touch the ground. You can never bring me down. You can never bring me down. Can never bring me down. Now I'm bulletproof. You might find you're gone, but I'm flying high. I'm bulletproof. Don't ever touch the ground. You can never bring me down. You can never bring me down. Can never bring me down. Cause I'm bulletproof. Yeah, I'm bulletproof. Cause I'm bulletproof.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday and happy 4th of July to my American friends. I know that it's a very mixed bag for many of you today. I've been reading the commentary online and some people trying to make the most of it, but also others letting it be known that it does not feel like Independence Day at all, particularly the women. My third favorite ginger person on the planet, making her feelings be known, Jessica Chastain. My first favorite ginger person, if you're wondering, is Amy Adams. And the second is, oh my gosh, I forget her name now. No, I forget her name. The one who was in Black Mirror. This is so annoying. I'm gonna have to Google her name. Oh, it was dang. Okay, if you see Black Mirror, you know who I'm talking about. But yeah, Jessica Chastain, speaking on behalf of, I think, of a lot of American women today. But nonetheless, if you have been celebrating and having a cookout and fireworks and whatnot and just trying to make the most of it still, happy 4th of July to you. And there was footage going around of Meghan some time back doing an interview, and they were asking her, what does she do for 4th of July? And she was talking about how she loves to cook, and I think she said that she likes to put some fish and some fresh vegetables from the farmer's market on the grill. So I'm sure they're having a lovely time. over at Casa del Montecito today. Let's have a look who's here. Oh, Miles G. Good day, squaddies. First time in a live. Well, welcome. Welcome. Please do remember to hit the thumbs up, everyone. And thank you so much to the mods, as always. Hello, Nash. Hi. Oh, Torma P. This is a new name I don't think I've seen before. Hello, everyone. Great to be here on a live, or great to have you here on a live. Love to see new names, or names I don't see as often. Hello, Connie. Are you going to watch on replay? Well, thanks so much for your prayer for Harry and Meghan. Let's see who else is here today. Hello, Robert Collins from Roma. Karen M. Lewis Hamilton likes Meghan Markle. Yeah, I saw he did an interview where he did mention Meghan. Yes, I did see that. Sandy, who is manning the cocktails? I'm thirsty as that rose bush. Oh, thirsty as that rose in the, wait, what is that? Baltimore planted in Dubai. Legend has it that a single tree has now sprung a new leaf. A whole leaf since Baltimore planted it. Oh, gosh. Totally embarrassing. I mean, can you imagine? Literally went to Dubai, to the middle of a desert in a suit. I mean, these people just, they don't think. They literally don't think. Oh. My point of view. Happy 4th of July. I hope the entitled Brits understand what time it is. Independence of Britain, indeed. Oh yes, I forgot. Gosh, I forgot to mention that. Literally, that is what literally the 4th of July is there to support. Sorry, there to commemorate. I saw something from Dorothy Ross. Yeah, you have a plaster and stitches. Oh no, did you hurt yourself? Oh, very sorry, darling. Oh, thank you so much, Denise Taylor, for the super sticker. I hope you can heal up, Dorothy Ross. Sorry if I, oh wait, here we go. Having to type with one hand, operations went well last Thursday, still in pain, but no pain, no gain. Oh, well, I'm very sorry you had to have an operation, sweetheart. I hope you do heal up fast. You just gotta, try and rest your body as much as possible. But I'm glad you're here with us, because you could be anywhere else, but you choose to be here. Julia Rock. I'm a brazen hussy with eyelashes. With eyelashes, shorts, black nail polish, and a shoulderless top. Show them sexy shoulders. and and what else? What else do they hate? Sparkles, apparently. Oh gosh. I tell you, it's like they've become the butt of jokes. And it's like they don't even realize at this point. They need to just admit defeat. Okay, just admit defeat. Hello, Marcy Foreman. Oh, thank you so much, Darlene. Awesome music. Yes. Yes, Lavender Rose. I came back from vacay a couple of days ago, but I'm still exhausted, you know. Still really tired. Let's see. Oh yes, Bryce Dallas Howard. Yes. So Amy Adams and Bryce Dallas Howard and Jessica Chastain. Those are my top 3 favorite ginger people on the or ginger women anyway. Harry always comes up on top as top ginger man, and then it's those 3. Let's see who else is here. Hi, Joan Commonwealth. Hi. Hi, Lynn. Duchess, they don't work and get free money to spend freely and travel unnecessarily. Exactly. Those are the royal grifters for you. Bertha Stefan. It's my twin and I's birthday today. Happy birthday to your twin and you. I hope that I hope those that can celebrate for us. Mum is not well; she's critical right now, so no celebration. Well, I'm wishing her a speedy recovery and happy birthday to you and your twin. Very special thing to have a twin. Okay, let's get started. Today's going to be a very short one. Probably not going to be more than like 20, 30 minutes because we're already going on 10 minutes with the intros. Karen M. William should be tired of following his younger brother's footsteps. So now he's doing polo for charity. What a laugh. Yeah, I didn't really have a slide about that today because I wasn't even sure if I should bring it up. But yeah, for those of you that are curious, William is now doing charitable polo. Who he plans on doing it. Apparently, he was never that great at polo anyway, or not as good as Harry. So, as usual, anything Sussex do, they try to do 10 minutes later. And if William is doing polo, then I'm sure we can expect Kate to be showing up in polka dots and big black hats and anything and pretty much everything that Meghan was wearing and doing. I'm sure we'll finally get to see who Catherine's friends are as well. So that's just how these people roll. Copying and pasting. NRB, that's a good one. They should definitely admit defeat. Yes, admit defeat. And now they're coming after the squad. How do you expect to defeat a global group of people in multiple countries? I mean, I remember one time doing we're just asking you guys on the community tab. I think I counted like 90 countries. You know, if I go into like the back end of my YouTube analytics, I'm sure it will show me the exact same thing. And so when you've got multiple people hundreds of thousands of people, maybe millions in multiple countries, speaking multiple languages in multiple time zones, how do you expect to control that? You can't. And even with all their manpower with the British press, that really is only now working on a select group of deranged people on this island. It's not working anywhere else. Oh gosh, now we've got nasties in the comments. Thank you so much, moderators, for getting them. Don't want none of that nastiness in the comment section. Anyway, let's get on with today's news. Okay, let's start with the positive stuff because there are actually some very nice positive things. For those of you who were thinking of volunteering for Dusseldorf, there's a couple days left until the application phase begins. So if you're thinking of going to Dusseldorf, why not actually be a volunteer? And so I will remind you when the volunteer program opens for you to apply. I might actually also try and hunt someone down who did volunteer and ask them. There was a girl that I was trying to chase on Instagram, but I'll prod her again because it'll be quite interesting to hear from somebody that went and did it, what their experience was like and what the process was like. But yeah, if you want to really be in with the action, and I think this is going to be this games in Dusseldorf is going to be so much bigger than the last one even. Definitely consider volunteering. So there's that. Also, we've got our first pictures of some of the Nigerian athletes. Nigeria is now part of Invictus, and it was one of the things that they were very keen on doing was in including more African countries. So here's a couple people from Team Nigeria. And yeah, yes, I think unfortunately that is all of the good news. So on to the hot tea. Camilla and Charles. Charles Chunky Fingers, they have hired an executive from the Daily Fail, the Daily Hail, and I mean, this shouldn't really come as a surprise. It was only a few days ago that Camilla was seen with Lord Rothermere at an event. And Rothermere, of course, is the chairman of Associated Press, which includes under its conglomerate the Daily Fail. So they have let it be known pretty much that they have chosen an evil and quite frankly sinking media outlet over their own family members. They have sold their souls to Rothermere and the Daily Fail just for positive coverage. And they've done this. So this is how you know that them and the Palace are just so freaking dumb. They're so dumb because the Daily Fail, then their numbers are shrinking, their influence is shrinking, other media is becoming more powerful, more fast, more influential, and even platforms like the platforms that we have within the Sussex Squad are starting to gain ground. Also, we may not have the numbers, and we may never have the numbers of the Daily Fail, because we're talking like what, I think 100 million hits or viewers a month. But we've been powerful enough that they're now getting so scared of us that they're name checking us. So I don't see, from a PR perspective, I don't see it's in their best in interest in terms of in terms of keeping their dirty secrets quiet. I guess you could argue from that perspective. But in terms of getting the next generation of who would be royal supporters, the Daily Fail is not the way to go. The way to go is what Harry and Meghan have been doing, working with up-and-coming media news outlets, working with independent journalists, supporting independent journalists. I think they donated money to can't remember the organization, but there was an organization working with diverse voices in the news here in the UK. So yeah, doing a deal with the devil is never a good idea. He never keeps his word, and I now foresee a very likely situation that once Charles is king, William will become the punching bag until it's now time for William to become king, and then his son will become the punching bag. And the cycle continues. And this is the exact cycle that Harry did not want for his children. Oh, yes, Beverly, thank you to the mods for ridding our space of those trolls. I don't know why they come in here. Joyce, they can't go after H&M, so now they have the ridiculous idea to go after the squad. Yeah, it is really, it really is ridiculous. Gosh. I mean, the penguins in the Arctic, sorry, the Antarctica, they're not in the Arctic, are they? The penguins in the Antarctica are part of the squad. We're in too many countries, too many territories to go after all of us. It's ridiculous. Embarrassing. Legs, I keep trying to understand copying. I think that for them it's a long game. They are hoping to rewrite history in the UK to make it look as if they are modern. The royal reporters wouldn't speak of H&M. Yeah. Well, you know, you can, just because you copy what someone's doing or someone's wearing doesn't mean you can copy their essence. You know, Kate's able to copy Meghan's clothes. She can't copy her kindness. Yes, Jasmine, they can't fake the chemistry. Carolyn, this troll needs to go to William's page. William's page that gets no views? Nope. That's why they're here. Joyce, they copy because they have no original ideas. Yeah, they don't have any original ideas. All of these so-called top CEO people that they keep hiring don't seem to have any original ideas either. Vivian, I never thought you would come on tonight. I almost didn't, to be honest. To be honest with you, I'm still actually a little bit ill. And I'm tired. I mean, I slept for 3 hours this afternoon, guys and dolls. That's not normal for me at all. But like I said, unless I am literally like in a coma, I will always come as and when I can. And TT Carter, isn't Harry's lawsuit upcoming for hacking? Yes, the one with Piss Moron. Let's get through your comments before I go into the next thing. Lynn, Harry's polo match was celebrated and viewed worldwide. Yes, it was, and it raised so much money. Let's see how much money Voldemort's one raises, yeah? And who wants to come and who wants to pay for those tickets? Patricia Smith, how does hiring someone from a rag that constantly treats your son and daughter-in-law like crap make you look good? Or it doesn't. They just want to cover their behinds. That's what it is. Torma P, the monarch will collapse when the queen passes. I think it will be the beginning of the collapse, yes. I think it's just gonna like collapse straight away. It'll be like in phases. Like, did the fundraiser for Goldilocks make any money? Which fundraiser? Which one? I don't think that the polo match has happened. Has it happened yet? Not quite sure which fundraiser you mean, darling. Beverly, I tell you that after the Queen passes, Prince Harry will, is that Prince Harry, right? Will really have his family at 5 arms length. He is seeing just how what they think of him, Meghan and the children, the invisible contract. Yeah. I honestly, after you were so right, Beverly, that's not even something that I've thought about. After she goes, yeah, he'll really have to have them at arm's length. Like, I mean, at this point, there's other than her funeral, there's no reason for them to go back. And I'm sure that if the Queen sent her a private car for Harry and Meghan to come to the Jubilee, I'm going to assume that she's made some kind of provisions for them for when she passes away so they can come and go back safely. But other than the funeral, I don't see for what reason that they would come. I don't see them coming for Charles's coronation, or I hope they don't anyway. I think someone, thank you so much, MJ, for the super sticker. Much appreciated, darling. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. Yeah, so the the fallout from Victoria Arbiter now doing her Please Feel Sorry for Me tour continues. What I didn't see yesterday when I first spoke about it was this, that the was this not the Telegraph she spoke to, that they changed the headlines. So it was initially royal expert. We need to stop calling them royal experts, y'all. Hired mouthpieces. No, even that's too nice. I'm gonna think of something funny. Anyway, Royal Rodents, we'll stick with that for now, threatens to sue pranksters who tricked her into commenting on Sussex's Oprah interview. And then they changed it to cruel hoax and Sussex Squad ruined my life, says royal expert. I mean, I guess the first one didn't elicit enough sympathy for her, so they changed it. I don't know how much I'd call it cruel because it was actually quite funny. And one more time, Victoria, you chose to comment on a interview that you did not see. Nobody forced you to do it. Now, one of the But there are a couple of people who have come out to defend her, and one of the things that they've been saying in defense of Victoria is the following. So there was this guy called Josh Rom who came out and said, everything Victoria Arbiter says is true and it's absolutely correct. That interviews with experts before major royal events are not uncommon and indeed a recognized industry practice, especially for context in documentaries, which was what she thought she was doing. So basically, Josh Rom, you are confirming what we've all always felt about the tabloid media, that you are liars. All you're doing is reiterating that you are liars. This does not help Victoria. It does not help you, and it does not help your profession. It just confirms what we've all already felt for a long time, that you are liars, because you do not comment on anything that you have never seen. And if this is standard industry practice, you should not, as someone in the industry, you should not, as a journalist, be sitting here and co-signing this behavior. Then this should be something that you are calling out. So this does not help Victoria's defense at all, because there are numerous people who have been asked to lie or comment about Meghan, about Harry, who said no. They said no. They were offered money. Simon Rex was offered money to lie. He said no. So all Victoria Arbiter had to do was say no, but she couldn't do that. And I've said it before, and I will continue to say it. There are two types of Sussex trolls. There are those that have been overtly vitriolic towards the couple, and then there are those who play this middle of the road kind of game. And they're not overtly vitriolic, but they do not call out the other royals for their behavior. They coddle the other royals, they coddle the institution, and they do not speak the truth about the institution and what the institution did fully to Harry and Meghan. And both of those people, in my eyes, are exactly the same, because they're part of the same machine that continues to prop up the royals in order to bring down Harry and Meghan. So I don't care if you've never said, or never particularly said a bad thing about Harry and Meghan. If you refuse to tell the truth about the royal institution, I still see you as just as bad as any other Meghan or Harry hater. Because this circus where the other members of the royal family can hide away continues because people within the media space refuse to tell the truth. Victoria Arbiter is not going to sit there and say that William gave Jason Knopf permission to give evidence in Meghan's case to help the Daily Mail. She's not going to say that. So she can't sit there and call herself balanced, because just by her background, she is biased. She grew up in Kensington Palace. Her father was a communications officer. So it's a joke for her to for her to call herself a journalist, because she's clearly not unbiased. Anyway, enough of my rambling. We'll go to your comments. Yes, Amy, she ruined her career herself. Do you know what? I think she's probably shocked, because I wouldn't even say that Victoria Arbiter is one of the worst out of all of them. Definitely not. But I hope that what's happened is a warning shot to all of the others, that this is not going to be tolerated anymore. And I said this in a Sussex Squad Spaces earlier today. I think the whole royal expert, royal rota economy is just starting to crash. The fact that they would take a 300, she would take a £300 payment So that actually tells me, I mean, is that what she gets on average? Because would she not have um negotiated for more? That must be what she takes on average then. And if that's all they're being paid now, it's definitely hard times for these royal rodents and the whole royal so-called royal expert economy is just crashing. I think even Camilla Tominey, I've seen her writing for very obscure um, foreign online outlets now. So they all need to retrain and get new jobs. Oh, thank you so much, Carol Purdue. So glad you had a great vacation. Squad is on and popping. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was lovely. It was lovely to escape this island, especially during the GBB. Kim, how can she seriously play the victim? Exactly. And she went on Camilla Tominey's show. Camilla Tominey is a liar's show. So we had two liars, two narcissists here, um, bigging each other up. And notice how they call this the Sussex Squad prank. The Sussex Squad did not prank this woman, but they call it the Sussex Squad prank. I mean, ooh, I did say back when Thomas Markle Jr. called out, name dropped Baron's channel. I said from then there is something coordinated behind the scenes going on. And I do believe that the palace is involved to target the Sussex Squad. But as people have said before, how are you going to target people in 90 different countries? So what I think they're trying to do is target the top accounts first, hoping that if we somehow topple or give in or get scared, then everybody else will scatter. Well, that works if you've got a shepherd and a sheep. No one in the squad is a shepherd. None of the big accounts are shepherds, and no one in the squad is a sheep. So whatever they try is going to fail. We are all autonomous people here. There is no leader and there are no followers. We were brought together by the work and we were inspired by the work of Harry and Meghan and by extension Diana. But we are all autonomous beings. Sharon, I think Meghan losing a baby is more important than her eyelashes. Oh, Victor, Crimea River. Now you see how the hell Meghan felt when y'all can be piling on your daddy with your expert Mike Harron. Exactly. And her father is just he's just so vile. Absolutely vile. Every chance he gets going after the Sussexes, got nothing else to do because all he has to his name is that he was communications secretary for Her Majesty. And one has to wonder how much work he was actually doing because a lot of these people get picked based on who they know or their family connections. I mean, I don't know Dickie's arbiter's family line, but you can bet he's probably connected to some aristos or something. Lottie G, thank you so much for the super sticker. Yes, Kim, she chose to lie. And she chose to speak on Oprah, who gave her opportunity. Yeah. Carol, this was not an interview. They were pretending they already saw it. Big no-no, at least for the American press. Well, she's claiming that this is standard practice for you to speak on something that you've never seen. So, okay, I think. Okay, thank you so much, Legs, for your super chat. They are trying to do their best to smear the Sussex Squad. Additionally, the Sussex Squad was born out of the negative smear campaign against Harry and Meghan. We wouldn't exist if they reported the actual news. Exactly. And this is another thing that they refuse to. Thank you so much for bringing that up, Legs, because that's a very, very good point. You know, if it wasn't for the smear campaign that they started against the Sussexes, we'd just be like every other fandom, um, you know, um, yeah, just like every other fandom, just enjoying what our faves do. I'd probably barely ever be on because I'd only be talking about Harry and Meghan's projects. But now my platform has turned into a space where I've decided that I need to, as well as promoting Harry and Meghan's projects and talking about Harry and Meghan's projects and all of the great things that they do, pushing back against the lies and pushing back against the narrative. Because the mainstream media, instead of um, being truthful and reporting the actual news, they have become the mouthpieces for propaganda, against negative propaganda, against the Sussexes, and fake positive propaganda to hide everything that the other royals are trying to keep hidden. So, you know, all they had to do from the beginning was just be truthful, and none of this would be happening. You'd never have a situation like this where pranksters were pranking so-called royal experts. And I think this is the first time that they've really had any amount of pushback. And they're really struggling to contain the narrative now. And they were not expecting this at all. Emerald, I'm in for the long haul. So we'll continue to support the Sussex 100%. I'm 100% in for the long haul as well. Until I really see that these British tabloid media outlets and everyone who was involved in the smear campaign gets what's coming to them, I'm definitely here for the long haul. Oh, NRB, did I say thank you to you? Sorry if I forgot. Oh, hi, Cat Harlem. Victoria lied, period. This is press for her to get a job in the UK. The Daily Fail may hire her. Yeah, they might hire her. But, I mean, what is she going to do if they do hire her? Because the only thing that sells at the Daily Fail is spin, fake spin. Oh, thank you, Kim, for the super sticker. Much appreciated, darling. Oh, and Nubian. How am I missing all of these? This is really annoying. If I have missed you, I am so sorry. I think it's just because there's quite a few comments coming through. I need to. Do you know what it is? I need to figure out how to put slow mo. That's why I keep missing them. But thank you so much, everyone who's donated so far, and I'm sincerely sorry if I have missed out your name. Oh, can everyone hear me now? Can you all hear me now? Oops, don't know what happened there. Can you all hear me? You can hear me now, right? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I have no idea what happened there. Oh, thank you so much, Kim, for joining the podcast. Oh, sorry about the sound, guys. I haven't had one of those glitches in a while. Yes, Plumbird, people are tired of the propaganda, and that's why, sorry about that, folks. That's why our platforms continue to grow. And I do, well, I've said this before, it's like, who needs royal experts when you've got the squad? Lavender Rose, they've all been put on notice. Indeed, no reputable news station will hire her. She single-handedly ruined her career. Indeed. And you know, there were 3 other people involved, and you haven't heard any of them yelling and crying and you know, going to their lawyers. I mean, even her own father, I haven't heard going to the lawyers, even though I mean he was quite nasty in the prank. So I don't expect him to have the nerve. But I think the difference with the other 3, and I think Pagan actually said this, is that did I have the tweet where Pagan says this? No, but she said something along the lines on Twitter of, you know, the other 3 absolutely knew that they're monarchists, that they're nasty, but Victoria tried to you know, play the middle of the road. But anyway, on to the next thing that I was going to say about this was yeah, so you know, this accusation that it was just a squad. Well, here are all the blue ticks, just a handful. I mean, even Janina, Megan's friend, tweeted about this, but there were several people who don't regard themselves as squaddies who tweeted about this. Lots of blue checks, lots of news and other media outlets. So this whole idea that you're just gonna come for the squad, girl, it ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. Stop it. She's gone running also to the Daily Fail. Daily Fail's written about it. I'm assuming she's just going to do a nice little tour of all of the right-wing papers, because I don't think anyone else is going to have the time or energy for her. And some of the commentary from people online, people saying, well, the Sussex Squad is an organic online community of unmonolithic individuals who rallied around the Sussexes in the face of unprecedented media and palace onslaught against Harry and Meghan. There goes on noble in their defense of the Sussexes, ironclad. Indeed. We do not have a leader. You know? Someone else saying, a word for those trying to scare the Sussex Squad, please try, because there are thousands of us, probably hundreds of thousands, millions across the globe. We have no leader. Good luck. Boom, the brazen hussy, is saying Thomas Markle having a stroke wasn't due to being overweight and elderly with anger issues and a history of drug use. It was the Sussex Squad. Victoria Arbiter losing her job and reputation wasn't due to her willingly and intentionally lying on air. It was the Sussex Squad. So apparently the Sussex Squad can give people strokes and make their eyelashes fall out and make them lose their jobs. So you would think at this point they would keep the Sussex Squad out of their mouths, but they continue to talk about us. Chris saying, the British media always calls on Prince Harry and Princess Meghan to shut down the Sussex Squad as if for calling out the liars and trolls. But the media never calls on Willie and Kate's racist, lying supporters for attacking charities and threatening people. Hashtag Victoria Arbiter is a liar. Indeed. They don't say anything about the derangers. And that's because they themselves are derangers. And on Chris's point about them targeting charities, this happened. So the NHS, which is the National Health Service in the UK, they have launched this a partnership with Give Us a Shout to offer free confidential support around the clock to anyone Sussex who needs to talk. Simply text Sussex to whatever, and you'll be connected to a trained volunteer. So I think that this is aimed at people within the Sussex area. Either way, basically, it has nothing to do with the Sussexes. It has nothing to do with Harry and Meghan. They're just using the word Sussex because I think this is targeted towards people who live in the Sussex area. But the Derangers thought that Harry and Meghan had something to do with this. So they started attacking this organization's Twitter. So you got one person here saying the guttural groans when the Harkles hop on another bandwagon. Only people Sussex not inclusive, like Megsy, anything to do with them, two lying scabs from America. Then it gets blocked. Corruption attached to Meghan, to all Meghan Markle touches. This is how crazy these people are. First and foremost, why would Harry and Meghan be partnering with Britain's National Health Service? Like they just wouldn't be. And the fact that they jumped on this to attack it, thinking that Harry and Meghan were attached to this somehow, just because of the word Sussex. I mean, they are truly deranged. And these are the type of things that, you know, like Chris said, the tabloid press do not want to pay attention to this. Whenever it's the derangers that are acting in this manner, it's always attack the Sussex Squad, attack the Sussex Squad. They need to put the derangers in check, is what they need to do. Right. Let's see now. Callie Janessa, she wants the American prestige of CNN. Indeed. And I've said this before. It's not that she can't get a job. She just can't get the one that she wants. Because, I mean, this is a girl who grew up in Kensington Park. And, you know, this is the problem when you grow up with such privilege. You think that everything should just land on your doorstep for you so easily. Even, you know, she was talking about, oh, I'm a single mother trying to raise my son. So apparently the son is 19. So does he not have a job? Like, he can get a small part-time job at his age. So I'm pretty sure that, you know, the same way she was, she's probably setting him up for a life of comfort and privilege. But honey, you're gonna have to hustle for a job now, like the rest of us. Joyce, the royal reporters don't need to report on Harry and Meghan. They live in the US. You can have regular journalists to report on them in the US. Exactly. Or we can just report on them. I mean, to be honest, if she's only demanding £300, I mean, there are so many jobs that will pay you that much. Palmer, she has no grounds to sue. No, she doesn't. She really doesn't. Nubian Queen, hello. The most important thing is what you do delivering. As sensible squaddies, we know you always appreciate the donation. Somehow, the way we appreciate the work and support you give the Sussex. Oh, thank you so much, Nubian Queen. Much appreciated. I mean, if you would have told me like 5 or 6 years ago, I'd be sitting here day after day doing this, I would have never believed you. I would have, um, I would have never thought that things would have gotten so incredibly bad. And in a way, I think for many of us, and I know many of you have said this, who felt affected by what happened to Megan, like this is also us taking our power back. Because I'm not going to lie to you guys, I take what they did to Megan incredibly personally. I take it incredibly personally because I know that it's not just about Megan, it's about what Megan represents. And what they did to her, the assassination of her character, is something that has been done to so many of us. So I will be here for as long as I can, for as long as I can sit here and talk and push back. I will be here. Another thing that I am also looking at doing is because I want to make more kind of like journalistic, really deeply detailed research videos, because I think that those us in the squad know what happens on a day-to-day basis, and we know what's happened over the last 4 to 5 years. But I've been thinking of, what type of content can I make for someone who's doesn't know what the Sussex Squad is, who maybe watches YouTube and loves these kind of in-depth truth, beneath the curtain type content about the royal family that can give them all the details in a very short space of time. So that's something else that I'm thinking about doing. So if anybody has any ideas, please do let me know. Miriam, it wasn't happening to me, and I was stressed from the attacks on Meghan after the Oceania tour. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here. Yeah, yeah, and I think a lot of us feel that way. But we've managed to turn it around. Legs. Oh, you don't have to keep giving super chats. I'll always try and read all your comments, but thank you so much. It is very calculated. The other three aren't gonna garner any sympathy based off of their looks. That is also true. Very, very true, Legs. I mean, you look at the pictures that they've chosen of her, and all very, very smiley, and the flowers in the background. It is all very calculated. Annie, unless she can prove it's the squad, she doesn't stand a chance. I mean, at this point, couldn't we sue her for defamation, calling it the Sussex Squad prank? We had nothing to do with that prank. Maybe we should start a class action lawsuit. Really? I ate a whole bag of jelly beans chewing on my diet. The Sussex Squad made me do it. Yes, indeed, we did. Oh, so funny. Marianne, we have no issues raising money for attorney fee. Yeah, we would have no issues. Please come out if they come after the squad. Actually, there are attorneys in the squad. Exactly. We have attorneys. We have professors. I mean, what are they going to do to get like millions of people around the globe to take a stand? They're going to have to build one giant courthouse. TT Carter, are they forgetting that going after the Sussex Squad, we don't have an invisible contract, and they have many secrets, indeed. And this is why they're scared of us. I saw my toe. It's the Sussex Squad, can I see? All right, the time is going, so I'm so sorry. I'm going to race through your comments. Oh, there was someone who I missed, who I think did donate. Let me try and find that person. Amy, I wish you could do a documentary called I Am Megan, interviewing random women of color about what they have been experiencing. That is actually quite a good idea. I do think that there were some people in the squad who were talking about doing some kind of documentary or something about the Sussex Squad. Um, so yeah, we'll see about that. Miss Caffey, and it's bigger than M, as Tina would say. Yes, indeed. It's about little Keisha and all the black and brown women and girls who can't defend themselves. And this is why we can't um, let this ever slide. The British tabloid press machine and everyone involved in it and the royals need to be held accountable. Marcy Foreman, Duchess of Success. I had a store manager tell 5 black women in a meeting that he owned us. He retracted that comment in seconds, but it was said. Wow, yeah, he must have felt like an absolute idiot. I mean, you don't say that to anyone, but to say that to 5 black women, who do you think you are? Like, wow. So sorry about that, Marcy. Gina, I was blocked by Victoria the Liar on Twitter. I never followed her in the first place. Yeah, I think she's been going around and blocking squaddies. All right, let's race forward. Oh, actually, I didn't really have anything else to say, so I'll just end with your comments, and then we will call it a day. Plum, I think it's funny that the 4 of them act like they are so prestigious and close to palace sources, and they are only getting paid £300. I make more money a day than that. Exactly. I have a friend who's like a senior graphics designer who makes £750 a day as a graphics designer. Like, girl, just retrain and do something else. Stop embarrassing yourself like this. Beverly, can someone please explain to me how much is £300 in American money? Wouldn't that be 300 and I don't know, 20, 30 something dollars? I don't know how strong the pound is against the dollar at the moment. No, I forgot how nasty that Ingrid Stewart is. Her video reminded me. Yeah, she's still lending her voice to newspaper articles. Like, I do see her name pop up in newspaper articles sometime, anytime they look for a so-called royal expert. DT agreed to success. What they did has been experienced by others. Plus, the bullies took away a lot of peace and fun that we could have peacefully enjoyed. British royal family and media turned many of us off. Yeah, you know, they've just turned the whole of the royal family and into a bigger circus than it already was, to be honest. Somebody had asked, Rochelle, where does Victoria Arbiter live now? I don't know, but I don't think she's lived in Kensington Palace for a while. That was like a long time ago. I've got no idea where she lives now. Nubian Queen, you guys must have the interview with me. I've gone through it all. I'm glad Megan used her stage to give some of us a voice. Indeed. Indeed. Catherine, all they had to do was leave Megan alone and let black and brown girls enjoy the fairy tale for more than 5 minutes. Indeed. Yeah. That's all they had to do, leave her alone. But not only did they pile on, but they came down even worse when she was pregnant, and then continued now. And now it's come out that you've got family members in bed with the very tabloid news organizations. So I'm not going to call them news organizations. lying tabloid organizations um, that were and continue to hound Meghan. Now you've got Charles and Camilla in bed with them. So basically, just proving everything that Harry and Meghan said right. Really? Oh gosh, I'm even yawning, y'all. It is. Do you know it's actually 9:30 here. £300. How expensive are lashes in the UK? So a very good set of like basic volume lashes are £80. I was gonna get some done before I went to Portugal, but then I was like, £80 for lashes, girl, nah. I've never had falsies in before, and I was not about to spend £80. But yeah, they're £80. So that's £80 for her lashes, and then she has to go back every, I think it's 4 weeks to get them redone. So she'd have enough money for like 3 appointments. And there you go. Unless, I mean, that's at a pretty standard salon, by the way, that price. Maybe if she went to like Harrods or something, she'd have to pay the full 300. Kim, retrain. She would never. Well, she's gonna have to. She's gonna have to figure out how to do something. I don't know. What else could Victoria Arbiter do? She could start a podcast. A podcast, Victoria. Oh, sorry. To answer the other person's question, it's about $363. Chill Stewart, squaddies keep receipts. The Rangers should be careful how they come after us. Indeed. And this isn't what they didn't have during the Diana years. Because I think what happened in the past was that they'd be able to say something, plant a seed, create that narrative, and because truth be told, the general public has the memory of a goldfish, they could then later tell another lie and plant another seed, and have the cycle continue. So that they would be able to change the narrative based on what they wanted at the time, and people wouldn't remember. But now with the squad, we keep receipts. So there's things that they've probably said in the past that they've even forgotten, and we bring it up. Cat Harlem, I was told the Ugly Ingrid woman owned a magazine. Yes, it's oh, they mentioned it in the prank. I've forgotten what the name is. But you know, that magazine, it could just be a front, so she can claim that she has a business and then claim expenses. Because I've never seen that magazine in newsstands anywhere. So I don't know who's buying it. Oh, thank you so much for coming by, Joyce. Yes, everybody, please enjoy the rest of your 4th of July. Eat lots of potato salad and chicken, waffles, whatever it is that you cook today. All right. Who's going to get the last word of the day? Thank you so much, as always, everyone. It's so nice to be back. Verda, sometimes it's the glue that they place in the lashes can give you a reaction. Oh, but aren't they meant to do a patch test so that you don't end up with big puffy eyes? Oh, the magazine was called Majesty Magazine. Okay, you lot have a better better memory than I do. Yes, everyone, have a safe and sane 4th. And please keep your wits about you, depending on where you are. I heard that, wasn't there a shooting somewhere today at an event? So please keep your wits about you. I'm praying for everyone's safety. All right, Darlene, I'll give you the last word of the day. Much love, Squaddy family. Great podcast. Thank you so much. You make it great because you show up and you encourage me. And have a great rest of the evening, afternoon to all of you. Indeed. I'll see you tomorrow, Squaddies. Much love. Ciao.
I know I messed it up, but in my soul, I feel a love for you that's out of control. Sometimes I feel like I can make you whole. I just can't change my emotions. There isn't anything I wouldn't do to prove that everything I say is true. And if you let me, I can love you. I just can't change my emotions. Come on, love me again. You're all I need. Can you love me again? I need. Come on, love me the way you did. I just can't change my emotions. Baby, I know this might sound insane.